Is the Montblanc Meisterstück really worth the hype? Let's discover. Hey Goodfellas! So today we're going to discover if the Montblanc Meisterstück is actually worth it or if it's more of a marketing gimmick that makes it something. To start, the Montblanc Meisterstück, which translates to masterpiece in German, is one of the most iconic and recognizable luxury pen in the world. But with a price range that can go from $400 to $1,000, many people ask themselves if the Montblanc Meisterstück is actually worth the price. To understand better, let's start by diving deeper into the history of the Meisterstück. The Meisterstück was first introduced in 1924, so 2024 actually marks the 100th anniversary of this model, and since then has pretty much become a symbol of Montblanc's commitment to quality writing instruments. But let's now analyze the craftsmanship of the Meisterstück. And to do that, the best thing is to understand where these writing instruments are produced. And I have to tell you that I had the chance to visit Montblanc's manufacturer in Hamburg, and it is truly astonishing. The amount of know-how and skills that you get to see when it comes to producing fine writing instruments in one place is just out of this world. And it pretty much comes automatically that when you see the amount of people that work at the facility of Montblanc in Hamburg, you think no wonder that Montblanc is probably the most reputable brand in the world. So actually Montblanc's manufacture is built in a way that they can produce most of the things in-house. Even the nibs are produced in-house, and this makes it without any doubt the brand with probably the highest amount of skills and credibility within the industry. If we go further and analyze the materials, the Meisterstück line, which comes as a Classique, as a Mozart, as a Le Grand, and as a 149, is made out of precious resin. And if it's a fountain pen, on the Classique and the Le Grand, it features a 14-karat gold nib, and on the 149, which is the bulkier, the cigar-shaped fountain pen of the Meisterstück line, there's an 18-karat gold nib. And what's really cool about it is the fact that the nibs come in different kind of sizes, from extra fine up to oblique double broad. So you actually get the chance to really pick a nib and a writing style that fits your personality. And you will find the Meisterstück in three kind of metal trims: in platinum plated, in yellow gold, and in rose gold. One thing that lets you understand the amount of attention to detail that Montblanc puts behind the Meisterstück is the fact that when you take the 146 and the 149, which have a piston filling mechanism which is very smooth, you will also find an ink window with shutters, and when you turn the pen, you'll actually see how much ink is left in the barrel. Now, if you want my opinion on the material of the cap and barrel, precious resin, personally, I'm not a fan. I would much better prefer if the Meisterstück was a bit higher in price, but it would be in metal and lacquered, just like their solitaire line, but with this very classic look. My personal experience has been that resin can break pretty easily if it falls on the floor, but it's obvious that also resin has its own peculiarities. It's also historical that Montblanc always used celluloid or resin to produce their writing instruments, and also having it in precious resin keeps the weight in a lower range, which, to be honest, for the mass is probably a much better choice. I personally prefer a bit heavier writing instruments. But let's move on now to probably the most important part, and it's the writing experience. And after years of experience, I have to say that the Montblanc Meisterstück is known to be a very effortless, a very confident writer with a very nice golden nib and a very good ink flow. The nib doesn't have a particular flexibility, it's rather stiff, but again, that can be a very good thing because it's a very precise writer and one that you can really trust. The weight usually ranges between 22 grams for the ballpoint up to 28 grams for the 149, which is a very good weight. Again, personally, I prefer when a pen is 45 grams, but for longer writing sessions might be perfect. The balance of the pen, it's very well balanced. Probably the only pen that hasn't the perfect balance is the Le Grand ballpoint, which is a bit bulkier on the back, but all in all, a very well engineered writing instrument. And even if you go for a roller ball and a ballpoint, you won't have the most, let's say, emotional and romantic writing experience, but they have some very good ballpoint and rollerball refills, even available in different colors, different sizes. So also there, you'll actually be sure that you'll have a great writing experience, even if you go for a ballpoint or a rollerball. So to wrap this up, Goodfellas, is the Montblanc Meisterstück actually worth it? If you take all the elements that make this model, this writing instrument, my take is that yes, absolutely, it's absolutely worth it in this price range. There's a rich history, there's impeccable craftsmanship, and there's a great writing experience. Also, it represents more than just a pen. It's something that you can give further down to the next generation. And also, as I just said, the price point is totally legit. You won't get any other pen with the same amount of details and engineering and reliability in, let's say, a lower price range. However, I also have to say that you will find comparable writing instruments in the same price range that are equally worth it. That then is totally a matter of your personal taste. So the Meisterstück, doesn't matter if ballpoint, rollerball, fountain pen, is a complete writing instrument that offers everything one needs. And you, what's your take on the Montblanc Meisterstück? Let me know down in the comments. I thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and to hit the bell. And don't forget that together we are changing the game.